So for a while now, I've been trying to install plugins for Grasshopper on Rhino for Mac. And I was looking online and I couldn't find any solid instructions on the different methods of installations for different kinds of plugins. So at the time of recording, most of them work in this method. So we're just going to briefly go over three different plugins, Bifocals, Lunchbox, Ladybug, and Honeybee, right? So they cover different types of installations. So before we install the plugins, let's just go ahead and quickly download the plugins. To download your plugins, you go to Food for Rhino and you log in. So as I'm already logged in. So let's just do Bifocals first. All right. So let's just go to Bifocals. So as you can see, Bifocals has a version that supports Rhino for Mac and Grasshopper for Mac. So let's just quickly go ahead and download. So you can see that this version is the one that supports Mac. So let's just download it. Right, it's downloaded. So the way you need to install this is, it's probably the simplest. Okay, so you just open Rhino and you need to type in Grasshopper. Okay, so let's just quickly pull up Grasshopper here and open a new document. Okay, so you need to open the location of the file. That is, okay, so I have the .gha file here. All I really need to do is drag it onto the canvas of Grasshopper. That's it. So you see that I've gotten the bifocals here. Okay, so let's just quickly check it. So to start bifocals, you need to put it onto the canvas, and then you type in construct mesh. Okay, so as we can see, this is how you install bifocals. Okay. Okay, so the next one, it's going to be Lunchbox. Okay, so Lunchbox is a bit different compared to bifocals. So pufferfish, Lunchbox, and I think even paneling tools needs to be installed this way. So if you notice here for Lunchbox, there is no Apple logo here, which kind of tells us that it natively can't install the way we install bifocals. So what we're going to do is download the file. So the file you need to download should be a .zip file. So most plugin files these days, the latest ones are .application files that work on Windows. We need to get a .zip file. So I know that this is a .zip file by the name, so I'm just going to download that. Okay, so what we can do on .zip files is we can place the objects in the libraries. Okay, so I've downloaded the .zip files. As you can see, so this is the .zip file that I downloaded. So I need to extract this. Okay. So this is the folder we're going to place in Grasshopper libraries. Okay, so the way we go to Grasshopper libraries, I do not know a direct way of going through applications and contents. So I have a user path that I'm going to leave in the description below. What you need to do is, okay. So this is the path that you need to put the file in, okay? So the path is actually longer than this, but I did not leave the end because it differs from the version of Rhino you're using. For instance, if you have a work in progress, if you have a 7.2 on a Windows system, something like that, the end changes, okay? So, but this is the common part. Where it says user in yellow, I'll just turn it to like a nice bright yellow or maybe red or orange. Okay, so this is the part where you need to replace with your computer name. Okay, so I'm just gonna quickly copy this, Control C, and then let's say new find a window. Okay, and then you hit Command Shift G. Okay, it's a shortcut for go to folder where you can just type in the path for the root, and you're gonna go. If you can't do that, just go to go and go to folder. Okay, so I'm gonna paste the part that I copied here. Okay, and as I said, I need to replace this user with my Mac's name. Okay, so I just go to the folder. Right, so we are in the Rhinoceros folder, and my version of Rhino is 6.0. So I go into 6.0, and then, as you all know, Rhino is a plugin. You go to Rhino, sorry, Grasshopper, I'm sorry. And then you go to Grasshopper folder, and then libraries. Okay, so we already see that Bifocals, when we dragged and dropped it, put itself in the right path. This is where we need to paste it. Okay, so I just go here and I drag and drop Lunchbox. Okay, so I have Lunchbox here. So Lunchbox is installed. Let's just quickly check if Lunchbox is here and up and running. Okay, I think I need to restart Rhinoceros to check this. So I'll just close Rhinoceros. So as you can see, we have the tab that says Lunchbox. I'm going to click on that, and you see the paneling tools and everything is right here. Okay, so just to show you a quick example, I'm just going to drag it in and turn bifocals. Okay, so it says diamond panels, so we have it installed and it's up and running. Okay, so that is how you install the most common plugins for Grasshopper. Okay, if you drag and drop it and it does not work, this is how we do it. Okay, and you need a .zip file to do this. And then the last one I'm going to show is Ladybug and Honeybee. So this kind of then the usual. Let me just okay. So let's download uh, Lunchbox and Honeybee. Sorry, Ladybug and Honeybee. Okay, so this installation of Ladybug and Honeybee, thanks to Lucas Herman on GitHub of Ladybug Tools. He's given us a method of installing it on Mac. As you can see, it does not have an Apple logo, so it can't be natively installed like you do it on Windows. So the latest two versions, the top two files are a .application file, and we do not need those. So what we need primarily is these two files right here. Okay, these two files. So first we're gonna download Honeybee Plus. Okay, so we can hit download. It's downloaded, and then we're gonna download Ladybug Legacy plugin. This one, that's a zip file. Okay, so I've downloaded both the files. Uh, let's just go to the downloads folder. Okay, so we have both of these files right here. Okay, so first you need to unzip the Honeybee file. Okay, and if you open the folder and check, it says installer.gh. Okay, so what we're going to quickly do here is run it. All right. Um, okay, so as it says here, it needs to install some components in some file path in the folder, the libraries. All we need to do is toggle true. Okay, and it's going to change here and it says installation is finished successfully. Okay, that's done. So let's just see the folder itself on this. So if we go into libraries, we do not see them. So this is what I'm talking about. So Honeybee and Ladybug have user objects that go into the user object folder. So when I open this, you see Honeybee Plus and Ladybug Plus, right? If you remember, the Honeybee Plus was what we downloaded. So it has very few user objects, but what we primarily require is Honeybee and Ladybug, not the Plus. So now that we have this folder, the root, the path for this, what we'll do is we'll extract the Ladybug file that we downloaded. Okay, and we open that folder up, and we have two folders here, Honeybee and Ladybug. These are the ones we need. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly close Rhino here. Okay, so if you remember again in these two files, okay, so the reason why we're doing this is this because most of the users, though they copied the user objects, So for Ladybug and Honeybee to work, you need the Ladybug to start flying. Okay, that's the word. So though you have user objects, it might not necessarily fly. So by doing this, we make sure that it's working. Okay. So to show you an example, I'm just gonna quickly open up a file to show you that. So as you see here, we have Ladybug, Honeybee, and the user objects, and Honeybee Plus and Ladybug Plus. Okay. So this is the Ladybug that you need to drag in order for any Ladybug component to work. So this does not give us any errors. I already have one on my canvas, so I'm not going to do that. Uh, so let me just really quick populate data here. So as you can see here, we've installed Ladybug and Honeybee and got it to run. Okay, let me just show you real quick. Right, so this is a view analysis component that I've used here. I'm getting it run. Uh, so I hope this helped you on getting an idea on how to install these plugins to use on Grasshopper for Rhino for Mac.